We have about 6 images that are map rejected. Now, that exposed skin is triggering the AI to reject the image. For some reason, the AI doesn't like hallways. Click on image centering tool. We change the center to something else, and we got 5 images. 5 images were map approved. Hi everyone, this is Alin from GoThru, the best platform for publishing to Google Street View. So in this video, we're going to talk about an issue that is becoming more and more frequent with publishing to Google Street View. And that is we publish a tour and some images get map rejected. Now that can happen from multiple reasons, and we're going to explore in this video why it's happening and how we can fix it. Okay, so let's jump in and take a sample tour and see how to address this issue. Okay, now we have this tour, and the first thing we're gonna click on Street View Status. Street View Status is the button that you should always click after you publish the tour. Because you want to see the health of your tour on Google. And what GoThru does, it compares what's in GoThru and what's in Google. And as you see, GoThru is pretty fast. This is a 200 panel tour, and we already were able to check all the images and identify all the issues that we have. And in this particular case, we have about 6 images that are map rejected. Now, why they are map rejected? For that, we're gonna click on Edit 360 Images. We're gonna wait a bit because we're gonna do again that scan, and we're gonna find that the map rejected images are marked here with the magenta pink color. We use that color so it stands out and you can see it. Not too many like magenta pink in any tours usually. So first we have number 1 for, I think it was 14. Now if we check these images, what we're gonna notice, this is a hallway. This is also a hallway. This is wavy and curvy areas. And if we scroll down, I think there are a bit more. So in this one, if we click on number 67, that will give us a preview of the image plus information on what's in GoThru and what's on Google. You're gonna see like some human heads here, and just scroll all the way down. We have this 92, and we have this silhouette in here. So what is happening? Back in 2019, there was this guy that published images with him naked on Google Street View, and then on Reddit and all the platforms, people start laughing at Google about this, and Google literally shut down the publishing for about 2 or 3 months, if I remember correctly, while they were training their AI to check all the images that are uploaded to Google Street View. And if the image was detected as having something, then it's map rejected. They had lots of false positive in the beginning. False positive means that the image has nothing obscene about it, but the AI is rejecting it. Now, we still have a lot of false positives, and we can try to understand why the AI is doing that. Based on my observations, there are a few cases. One, let's say we are in a gym, and in the gym there are like usually this big billboard or like posters with someone doing sports, and then you have like exposed skin on the arms. So that exposed skin is triggering the AI to reject the image. Then we have real humans and with real skin, so not necessarily a poster. Then we can have paintings, and we can have statues, and we can have objects that looks like parts of human bodies. And another thing that I noticed is hallways. For some reason, the AI doesn't like hallways. Like, I have a theory why the hallways they do not like hallways, but it's okay. It's a bit of a notice. I will not try to explain that. Anyway, those are my observations and what we can do. And the reason I think the AI is pretty poor is because Google, in order to train an AI, needs to have lots of images with basically naked people. Now, probably they had from that guy some images, but not enough. And I don't believe there are too many 360 images with naked people around that Google can grab and start training their AI. Also, I don't think Google hire any models and start doing tests with like creating images with nude people for like, probably they hired some, but not in the amount to really train an AI. So the AI that we have right now that is checking literally all the 360 images is not very well trained. Okay, now we understand the issue. Now let's go ahead and see what we can do about this issue. In GoThru, we have these 3 dots here, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna delete these images from Google, and then we're gonna use the centering tool to rotate the images. And by rotating the images, the AI will have a different angle to look at the image and maybe approve it. So I deleted that image. Click on image centering tool. We change the center to something else. Click apply. And we're gonna do that for all the other 5 images. So in total we had 6 images, and we're gonna do that for the other ones. Okay, it takes a bit of time, I see, for centering the image. It's not always taking that long. So delete. So again, this is hallways and curvy stuff. So curvy, probably the AI doesn't like because human body is curvy. I don't know. But yeah, lots of false positives. Go to the next one. Now, what's happening when you change the centering of an image? GoThru automatically changes the heading of that image. So the moderation, like if you check the virtual tour in the moderator, the navigation will remain correctly. So the navigation won't change. Now, in our case, we have 6 images and we are changing usually what I like to look at the image and figure out what the AI saw in that image that rejected. and usually I'm placing that object in between at the edges. And yeah, this way the AI like, okay, that's not what I'm looking for, so it's just gonna pass. Now in this case we have about 6 images that are map rejected. I think there was one a bit on high, yeah. Probably we're gonna map approve 2 or 3. And always after you do these steps, so 1, delete from Google, 2, use the centering tool, 3, publish back to Google the tour. You give GoThru about 10-15 minutes, and then you check again to see if you have the images that are map rejected again. And you would do this process, I would say, from 1 to 5 times. If you do not manage to get the images approved, then you have to start blurring. Yeah. So now we're gonna click publish. And start publishing. Now again, GoThru is gonna take about 10 minutes. We're gonna speed up the video from this point till the tour is fully published, and we're gonna check again. Okay, done. The tour was published, and now let's click on Street View Status button. And we got 5 images. 5 images were map approved, and 1 is still not map approved, and that's number 14. Now you will see that the old images, like some images have a darker color. That's okay, that's just a notice, it's not an error. Those images have connections to other images, like 15 connects to the old 14 image, so Google will clear those later, but that does not impact at all. So now let's take a look at 14, and if we look, click on the sequence number, click on view panel. The panel is available on Google. Now we've just literally published this tour to Google. The navigation won't show up. Usually it takes about 2 or 3 days for the navigation to show up if everything works perfect on Google. So now let's click again on edit, and let's scroll to number 14. This is number 14. It's a lot of wavy things. I'm literally I don't know if we can get this image approved. It's too much waviness in there. Yeah. Now, in cases like this, one thing that can be done, and I didn't notice it as specified in the previously, is that colors also are important. So the colors that are more like skin colors also can impact the AI and reject. So in this case, probably I would go ahead and maybe change the colors a bit. I don't know. It's a play that we might not, the conclusion is we might not be able to map approve all the images. Now, in case that you have to blur something, the way you do it, you click on the image connector. That will open the moderator, and let's say we go to an image where we have something to to blur. So let's say this was the reason that the image was map rejected. We're gonna click either B, or in here we go to blur mode and then hold shift. We're gonna have this cross and then we're gonna drag a box over with our clicking on left mouse click and dragging the box over. So that will create a blur. Once you created the blur and save, now I'm not going to do that in this case, but once you created the blur on all the images that you need to clear the blur, you save, and then you go to blur 360 images and you click blur selected. So this will blur what you blurred inside the moderator. Yeah. And then you can go and publish the tour to Google. Okay, so that would be the process of map approving the images that have been map rejected by Google. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact GoThru at support at gothru.co. Take care and have a nice day. Publishing to Google Street View.